name is Chris Gowan, and I bet that by hearing my accent, you never could have guessed that I'm from South Georgia. Now, in southeast Georgia, about 4 miles from the border with Florida, there's a tiny town that sits on the edge of the Okefenokee Swamp, in a county that is 90% forested. This place is a prime example of what a small rural town in the southern United States is supposed to be. The people are genuinely good. They are kind, they are friendly, and they are always eager to live up to that reputation for southern hospitality. This town is called Folkestone, and it's where I grew up. To many, Folkestone is a delightful little tourist attraction. It has its small-town southern charm and location to attract all kinds of people. The vast Okefenokee National Wildlife Refuge and one of CSX Corporation's main railroads, which runs right smack through the center of town, brings in nature lovers and train enthusiasts by the dozens. However, to the people the nature and trains don't really appeal to, Folkestone is a horrid little place, even to many of the natives. In fact, many Folkestone natives will tell you that it is boring. A small, backwards-thinking, redneck-kick town that they just want to escape, but can never quite seem to. And finally, to most other people, they don't even have an opinion of Folkestone because it's just so small that they've never even heard of it. Since I've moved here to Athens, people have been amazed to learn that the population of Folkestone, which is about 2,000, is the same number of people that went to their high school. And they're often even more amazed to learn that the nearest Walmart's 30 miles. My family has lived within a 30-mile radius of Folkestone since before the American Civil War. Now, that's before Folkestone even existed. However, over the past decade or so, my family has begun to spread out. We all still come back to Folkestone. It has in a way become like our ancestral home, our gathering place where we all go to reunite with each other on special occasions. It is the one place everyone always feels right to come back to. Part of this is because Folkestone is such a tightly knit community. Growing up in this place, I was always surrounded by friends and extended family. Everyone was close. Folkestone really fits the stereotype of small towns in that way. It also fits the stereotype that everyone always knows everyone else's business, good or bad. Whenever something happens, news of it spreads quick, like wildfire, and then the rumors hang around in the air like smoke. In fact, when I told a friend over the telephone that I made a B on my first chemistry test here at the University of Georgia, my mother found out about it before I even got the chance to tell her, and then another friend found out from her grandmother who found out from my mother and called me. I think that the town has taught me a lot in my time there, and that it has a lot to offer anyone willing to accept. One of those things that it taught me is the ability to find the good in every situation. So many people I grew up with in Folkestone really hated it, and they felt like there was nothing to do except gossip. They tend to be the people who don't really care enough to stop for a second and consider all the numerous good qualities, and only bother to complain about the bad ones while doing nothing to fix them. We never had all the cool places to hang out like other towns did, but it helped us to stay out of trouble, and it gave us the opportunity to use our imagination. I don't think it was until I started college at the University of Georgia and I left that I was able to compare it to another place, and it was then that I realized that Folkestone really wasn't so bad. I feel embarrassed saying it now, but I miss it sometimes, and I have since come to the astonishing realization that most situations are really only as bad as you make them.
'Cause I'm only as tall as my heart will let me be, and I'm only as small as the world will make me seem. And when the going gets rough and I feel like I may fall, well, look on the bright side, I'm roughly 6 feet tall.